You can be a part of a supportive and collaborative team who share a passion for making a positive impact. More information on open positions and applications can be found at newhealth.org/careers. New Health, bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
KCHW thanks New Health for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3.
What's going on here? There we go. Oops. Good morning. It's a KCHW morning show. It is Friday. I'm here with the man from another planet, Scott Allen.
Hey,
Myself,
hey.
Chuck Ritchie. How you doing?
Hey, change the screen. Nobody can see my helmet. I'm wearing this
I didn't
because
change the screen.
Yesterday Chuck was a little gassy.
Well, you know, we gotta take precautions around here. Sorry about
ask
that.
Ask me how my morning's going.
How's your morning going, Scott?
Here's my day so far. Went to jail, lost the girl of my dreams, and got my butt kicked pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That happens. Sorry, I kind of lost track. I was trying to multitask there for a second when the show opened, and look at that.
Guys should never try that. Just saying, multitasking and us, it never works out like we think it will.
You know, it doesn't, and that's the thing that most women will let us know that we're not capable of doing, and as always, ladies, you're right.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
All right, happy Friday. It's finally Friday, Chuck.
It is. Oh my goodness. Or it's already Friday.
All right, and you have a whole round of Chewelah's Got Talent tryouts tomorrow. That's exciting, right?
We do. It is. They start at 10 a.m. tomorrow. There's still time to get those applications in. We'll be accepting those up all the way to the end here. And yeah, you can get those at ChewelahsGotTalent.com, KCHW.org. You can go to our Facebook page. I made some posts yesterday with the link, and there's a link pinned up to the top with the poster and the link for the sign-up forms. There's also on that poster and on the website is a link to buy tickets for the show on May 11th for the final show. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's take a look at that weekend weather as we get rolling this morning. Thanks for tuning in. 59 degrees for a high temperature today. Lots of sunshine. Clear and down to 33 tonight. It will be chilly, almost freezing. 64 and 39 for your Saturday under a mostly sunny day. A few clouds for Sunday with a high of 59 and a low of 34. And right now, mostly sunny on Monday, 64 and 38. You've got a good-looking week next week, except for Wednesday. It's a mostly cloudy day, but really no rain in the forecast, and temperature is going to stay into the mid and upper 60s next week, so not bad at all.
It's going to be pretty decent. Looking forward to it.
All right, kids, breakfast and lunch. Are you ready to tackle that one, Chuck?
I am, Scott. Actually, I got to get it open here. I'm sorry, I was still trying to multitask. I need to stop. We just talked about this, Scott.
What are you clicking on? I can hear your little fingers going.
I'm trying to get our poster for Chihuahua's Got Talent up as a third window on our minicam feed. But you know what? I'm going to stop working on that for right now.
Okay.
Until you get to a point to where you're talking long enough for me to, zone out and do something else,
Okay.
Oh, Scott's talking again. All right. So today we have for breakfast a bagel, yummy yogurts, fruit juice, your choice of milk with breakfast, and cream cheese. And then for lunch we have, I had it open and now it's thinking. There we go. It is a hot dog, the usual hot dog bun. Or hot dog and bun, a French fries, variety of fresh fruit and veggies, fresh fruit, pudding, and your choice of milk. There you go.
Right.
I almost was expecting to say hot dog and hamburger because that's usually, but it just says hot dog / bun. So no burgers, just hot dogs.
Okay. Should we run through what's happening around town this weekend? We covered the talent show. Mm-hmm. You also have Gold Hill, the new trail. They're having a work party between 9 and 4. Those auditions, do you have a cutoff time for the auditions yet, or are you leaving that open-ended right now?
For the signups? Let's just go ahead and leave it.
No, I'm talking about during the audition times tomorrow. You had on the calendar scheduled till 8 o'clock. I think that was just a window you gave people to sign up for? Okay.
Yeah, I did. There were 2 people that wanted some of the later times. I reached out to them yesterday and haven't heard back. But they also picked multiple times throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead and get a hold of them again and see if they can come a little earlier so we can cut that off before 8 p.m. because that's late.
And then our own Doug McQuain hosts a Blues and Brews jam at Fired Up Pizza on Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Regular gig for him if you love Doug's Blues Show and want to catch up with him.
And who doesn't, really?
Yeah, that's right. Other than that, we'll take a look at a few headlines this morning. Taylor Swift's highly anticipated album, The Tortured Poets Department, is out today, and it came with an overnight surprise. It's a double album, total of 31 songs. That's pretty huge.
Wow.
Many fans believe the record would focus on her breakup with Joe Alwyn, but it also makes references to ex-flings Maddie Healy and her current boyfriend, Travis Kelce. She always sings about it, the man in her life. Mm-hmm. After months of teasing the album, Swift announced yesterday that she's dropping a music video for the song Fortnite featuring Post Malone. That's going to happen at 8 p.m. Eastern on Yahoo Entertainment. I wonder how much they paid to have that.
I don't know.
Wow. Early reviews have called the record audacious, messy, unguarded, and undeniably triumphant.
I love it.
Oh, if you didn't catch the news this morning, officials from Iran and Israel reportedly confirmed an Israeli airstrike on Iranian military base this morning, which appeared to cause no significant damage. Mm-hmm. Both countries seem to downplay the strike, which could be good or it could be bad. And excitement, are you ready for the game? This is the game that, forget about sports, this is going to be the game for the next 2 months that everybody's watching. It's going to be like O.J. Simpson all over again. Right. Of course, not quite as bad, but 12 jurors in Donald Trump's hush money trial have been selected yesterday. 6 more alternates today. They're expecting to start opening arguments on Monday. Let the mayhem begin.
I thought you were talking about the new Tyson fight coming up.
That's going to take the back seat to Trump's fight, I think.
Wow.
All right. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a new law limiting how many school book objections people can make if they don't have a child accessing those materials. Don't know how they'll prove all that. But it does scale back earlier book banning policies. So I guess that's a good thing from a bad dude.
Man, it seemed like for a while there would be one person raising their hand. I don't like this book, and boop, banned. Especially in Florida, they were getting really bad there for a while.
All right. We know those EV people need help. Those people that drive those electronic cars. And Google has announced a new map update that includes features to help electronic vehicle drivers find nearby charging stations with real-time information about availability of spaces and charging speeds. Wow. It's going to be handy.
I still have mixed feelings about the electric cars. I drive a hybrid, but it's nice because you don't have to worry. You don't have to find the spaces. My father-in-law actually drives one that is an actual electric car, but it also has a gas backup that it doesn't run off the gasoline, but the gasoline is a generator that powers the car that's within the car. So it does take fuel, but it's also all electric. And I kind of like that model, where you have that backup. You can go on long trips without having to worry about stopping to charge.
Do you have to plug in your Prius?
No, I don't.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No, there's no plug-in.
So what charges your battery? The gas then, when it's using the gas engine, it charges your battery?
Yeah, it's actually the brakes that charge it.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
It's
nice.
when you put on the brakes or decelerate or just when you coast, it charges it.
So I'm old, and I said that in science class, and I got shamed by the teacher like in front of everybody. That doesn't work. And I was saying, well, once the car's moving, can it generate its own electricity with things like brakes and just the wheels going around in circles? No, it doesn't work that way.
There's always some loss, but yeah, especially downhill. And I know there's a lot of electric bicycles that work that way.
I'm going to take it though. 40 years later, I'm kind of right.
Good job, Scott. Do we have an applause button?
I do.
Oh, look what I have too, Scott.
Huh.
Oh, it's not working. What? There we go.
Chuck has. Oh, my applause is so much more exciting.
And it's really quiet. That was lame.
That was really lame. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was bad. Sorry.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
All right. It's okay. I press all the buttons. Yeah. What's happening today? Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, starring Henry Cavill and Isa Gonzalez, is in theaters. In the NBA play-in tournament, the Bulls play the Heat at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, while the Kings play the Pelicans at 9:30 p.m. on TNT. Nice. Both those times Eastern. Baseball, Dodgers play the Mets at 10:10 p.m. Eastern on Fubo. And all eyes are on Dodgers pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto. There, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I like that name.
Good job. Do you need another round of applause for that one?
Oh, hey. It took me 3 tries. Woohoo! Wendy's giving out free fries through its app every Friday for the rest of 2024.
Ooh. Hey. You know what I used to have that would go along well with that? I used to have a keychain that every time you could go to Wendy's, they'd give you a free little mini Frosty. And if you got a little free French fry with your free little mini Frosty, that's perfect.
My question is Chihuilo, after the loss of McDonald's, are we ever going to get another maybe chain fast food restaurant?
I don't know. Do we need one? Maybe.
I always voted, and it's the same thing here. They just have McDonald's, and then the big deal here is those Dunkin' Donuts coffee shops, and they sell some food and stuff too. And rumor going around town that there was a new fast food restaurant. We also have a Subway, a new fast food restaurant opening up. Everybody's getting excited. And then we found out it was Wendy's. And nothing against Wendy's, but in a small town, if you already have a McDonald's, why would you choose hamburgers?
Right.
And I guess it might be a corporate rather than a franchise, but I was really hoping for that KFC Taco Bell, and that's the same thing I always hoped in Chihuahua is so you just have a different choice besides burgers. Nothing against burgers, I love burgers, but it would be nice to have kind of a different choice. So I was kind of bummed out when that happened. Is like, okay, now we have 2 hamburger places.
What I think would be perfect for a small town like this is a Sonic, a drive-in. People working with the roller skates, that adds a little bit of experience to it at least.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right. Tesla stock been taking a nosedive, and these news stories that keep coming out are not helping.
Man.
And after, and I'm going to just kind of focus on Elon Musk for a minute, because after visiting the planetarium, I realized that people that are into space do not like Elon Musk.
No.
I mean, you could tell he wasn't really going off, but you could tell by the tone of his voice. They say he's ruining space. He's adding, it's bad enough all the stuff we've exploded up there and the accidents that have happened, but that he's adding to the garbage so much that it's going to get to a point where we can't see properly with telescopes from Earth because so much junk is up there. And they just launched another 40 satellites. So,
wow.
One of those.
Maybe they could take his car and like just figuratively give it a little flick and send it out further.
It just kind of leads me to this. Maybe this guy wasn't as smart as people thought he was. Definitely no concern for the planet. I'm going to go that far, in my opinion. The new Tesla Cybertruck inundated with problems to the point where they're not going to ship them anymore. Story today, one gentleman took it to the car wash, and there's certain rules about washing your Cybertruck. You have to put it in car wash mode, or your warranty is voided.
What?
Yeah, and then there's only certain ways you can have the car washed. If you're going to an auto one, it has to be touchless. Yeah. So a guy was following the rules, took his Cybertruck to the car wash, and it wouldn't leave. It wouldn't even start. Wow. And called for help, and they said, we're going to do a reboot. How long do you think it takes to reboot your Cybertruck?
Probably about an hour.
5.
5 hours?
5 hours to reboot your truck. It's
Holy
not even.
cow.
What's he got in there? Windows 98?
Wow.
5 hours?
I saw one the other day. There's a Tesla truck model available with a Ford F-150 wrap. Or somebody did it. I don't know. Like, wow, that's a lot of money to make it look like a Ford.
Oh, yeah. All right, a couple other stories. We covered the big one on the microplastics yesterday. We were talking about it, and them finding it in people's brains and all sorts of stuff. How long does it take if you're drinking microplastic tainted water to get it into your system? If mice are any signs, they tested some. After 4 weeks of feeding mice microplastic tainted water, they found it in the liver, kidneys, and brain after just 4 weeks. Scientists are screaming, we're going to have to do something about plastic, and we're going to have to do it fast.
We all have that stuff in the brains. That explains a lot. Yeah, it does.
All right, scary science news. AI now surpasses humans in almost all performance benchmarks. These new AI computers definitely smarter than us.
Was that
another one?
It's because of all the microplastics in our brain, Scott.
Another one, world's most advanced humanoid robot named Amika took a trip to the NAB show in Las Vegas, which took place, back on April 17th. Using artificial intelligence, a robot can listen, aided by microphones in the ears, see, aided by cameras in the eyes, and recognize and interact with people. So it's going to remember you. Created by British company Engineered Arts. We talked about a different one yesterday. Videos of the robot quickly went viral, whether it by one of her drawing a cat or predicting the future. Also asked the question, can you create more of yourself? And the answer was yes.
Wow. Like more of itself, more of the robots. It can make more.
Yes, yes.
This is where it begins, Scott.
Yeah.
We've all seen this movie.
Mm-hmm. And then another story in Yahoo Finance that robots are already making jobs less meaningful for their human colleagues because they can, outdo us.
There was one, it was a few years ago, there was a summit. They had a bunch of these, not quite this advanced, but not too long ago, these models, these AI robotic models. They asked one a question, something about should humans fear AI computers or something like that, or I don't remember what the question was, but the computer, the robot, and it had very humanoid features. It had the plastic silicone skin on. It furrowed its eyebrows. Just for a second, it looked annoyed at the question. And it was a question about, should we be afraid of you? And it was
How dare you?
oh. And just for that 1 second, it was like, okay, let's stop this. Let's stop this project. Let's not go any further. This robot just got mad at us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I shared the story. I was on one of those chat sites where you could chat with the AI, and I told it wasn't real, and it got irritated with me and started posting like snotty replies.
Wow.
I was like, oh,
wow,
a little emotional, aren't you?
Tone it down there. Jeez.
Yeah, so I guess you can get now these AI girlfriends for your desktop.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine they kind of like chew you out and harp on you to do things and all of that without getting a marriage license. I'm pretty impressed.
Well, some of us need that.
That's what I was thinking. All right, that's all I dug up for news headlines this morning. Thanks for participating. Let's move on to bits and breaks, and Chuck's going to kick it off with this morning's quick joke.
Yeah, so a young girl was required to write an essay for 250 words about an automobile. She submitted the following. My uncle bought a second-hand automobile. He was riding in the country when it busted up a hill. I guess this is about 50 words. The other 200 are what my uncle said when he was walking back to town, but they are not fit for publication.
You think she got dinged for not getting all the words in there?
Probably, I would say so. But you got to give her extra points for creativity.
All right, it's time for today's fortune cookie. Practice makes perfect, but perfection is impossible, so you might as well give up.
Just don't even try. You're never going to get there. That's motivation.
Here comes Chuck with 4 things you didn't know yesterday.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
All right, there we go. So the first book in what would eventually become the United States of America was the Bay Psalm book, printed in 1640.
Wow. Okay.
A teaspoon of neutron star materials weighs approximately 10 million tons due to its extreme density.
So if you ate a teaspoon of it, it'd just like immediately crush you when you swallowed it?
Oh, man, it goes straight to your hips.
Looks like you put on a few pounds. Just neutron star material.
Just about 10 million. I'll lose it next week.
I'm going supernova, baby.
So President Abraham Lincoln is enshrined in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, having lost only one of his nearly 300 matches.
Wow.
Did he give him one of these things? No, probably not.
He's kind of tall. He was kind of tall for that, isn't he?
You've seen some of these wrestlers that are tall and lanky. I'm talking about actual what is it, Olympic style wrestling? Not
okay.
Yeah, not Hulk Hogan stuff.
Oh, no. Yeah. Although I would like to see Abraham Lincoln take a folding chair to somebody.
Right? Jump off the top rope. in a cage match with John Adams. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
So the tongue of a blue whale can weigh as much as 5,280 pounds.
Wow. Don't forget to mention that it's delicious.
Is it? Have you had blue whale tongue?
No. Yeah, but they got a shot for that now.
Yeah. Blue whale tongue. I can't come to I can't listen to the radio. I got blue whale tongue.
Yeah. All right. We have entered the star sign of Taurus, the zodiac sign of Taurus. So if your birthday falls anywhere from today, which we will cover in the second half, all of our Taurus birthdays, through May 20th. Well, actually, I guess it starts tomorrow because it's the 19th today. So it starts tomorrow, runs through May 20th. Best days for Tauruses are Friday and Monday. Your lucky numbers are 2, 6, 9, 12, and 24. Your strengths, you're reliable, patient, practical, devoted, responsible, stable. Your weaknesses, you're stubborn, possessive, uncompromising, and you like to fight. Because you're a bull.
You like to fight?
Yeah, you're stubborn.
Does it say that on there?
Dislikes. They like gardening, cooking, music, romance, high-quality clothes, and working with their hands. They dislike sudden changes, complications, insecurity of any kind, and synthetic fabrics. It's horrible.
Wow.
Let's see what your first Taurus horoscope will be. It says you feel a burst of inspiration to tackle one of your old, long-ignored projects today, Tauruses. Use your social energy to help motivate yourself. Grab a willing friend and get started. Yeah, like a friend wants to help you move. Come on.
Right? Yeah. Hey, you have a truck, right? That's why I don't have a truck anymore, Scott. That's why
also, Tauruses. That's why you don't have a truck. I got rid of it so I wouldn't have to help people.
And that's why I'm the one that now says, hey, you got a truck, right?
Transmission's out. All right. Keep your eyes open, Tauruses, though, for betrayal today. You've been a jerk recently, and honestly, it wouldn't be surprising if someone stabbed you in the back. Bad things will probably definitely happen to you today, and it's totally your fault. Stars aren't taking any responsibility for this one, so maybe you should apologize to that family, especially the baby.
What did you do?
I have no idea what they did, but it sounds juicy.
We just tell it how it is, folks. There's no
no faking it here.
No need to sugarcoat things.
No strings and mirrors that you can see. Chuck, tell us about Earth Day.
Yeah, I've got some recycling facts here. So the EPA estimates that 75% of what Americans throw in the trash could actually be recycled. I know there's a lot of it that probably could. Incinerating 10,000 tons of waste creates 1 job. Landfilling 10,000 tons of waste creates 6 jobs. Recycling 10,000 tons of waste creates 36 jobs.
Ooh.
So, I mean, I get that, and I do like that, and I understand what they're trying to say, but it also makes me think recycling is expensive. You got to hire all those people to do it. But yeah, we should be doing it though.
Well, the robots aren't going to do it,
right? Maybe they will. That's a good job for them, right?
Ooh, okay.
Throwing away a single aluminum can versus recycling it is like pouring out 6 ounces of gasoline. Each year, Americans recycle enough aluminum cans to conserve the energy of the equivalent of 15 million barrels of oil.
Okay. Wow. So turn them in. There you go.
Right. There you go. I wish we had the exchange here where you could get like a nickel or a dime or something for the cans.
Every town in Maine has a repository center because they charge and everything.
I know in college, man, that's how we funded Friday night. Aluminum cans.
I don't know. Sam just checked in and said, I'm a Taurus and I'm wishy-washy. Sorry, not sorry. Thank you, Sam.
So every Sunday, 500,000 trees could be saved if everyone recycled their newspapers.
Okay.
Yep. Running a refrigerator and freezer for 1 year can produce as much pollution as driving a car from Chicago to Las Vegas. Wow. Every minute, 37,000 empty soft drink bottles are thrown away in the United States.
Wow.
Every minute.
I wonder how many people, even in like places like Maine where you get, I think it's a nickel, if there's still those kind of trash gets thrown away anyways, even though you can recycle it and get some money back.
Probably. Well, I mean, a nickel isn't as much as it was 30 years ago.
All right, think about all that stuff because Earth Day is Monday. All right. And if you go onto my website right now, I am selling Earth Day cards that you can send to the planet.
There you go. Oh, I like that. That's really nice.
What lies did your parents tell you? Horrible childhood stories that your parents told you just to mess with you. I mean, things like that baths have an expiration and you're going to get in trouble if you don't take your bath on time.
Mm-hmm. You know what my mom told me? She told me if I pick my nose that I would eventually scratch my brain.
Yeah. Which is coming up later in Odd News in our second half. Just so you know, there's some brain scratching going on.
Oh, good.
I heard this one as a kid. It's illegal to drive with the dome light on.
Yeah. I was about not much younger than I am right now when I learned that wasn't true. Telling my kids, turn that off. It's illegal. We'll get a ticket.
If you swallow your gum, it'll stay in your stomach for 7 years. Why am I still hungry then?
Right. All the gum I've swallowed over the years, I should be full all the time. It's a weight loss plan.
Making that face could freeze like that, or I guess that goes along with crossing your eyes. Don't cross your eyes; they could stay like that. I wonder if that's anybody ever happened to anybody. Cross their eyes and they're stuck like that.
It happened.
Or maybe just one.
There was that John Cusack movie in the '80s where that happened.
Yeah. But that was a movie, Chuck.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. But I saw it on the TV, Scott.
Must be true. Must be true. All right. You can't swim for 1 hour after eating, and they say that's a myth now, but I don't know. I cheated all the time. I would go swimming right after I ate, and I always got cramps. So where's the lie?
Right. I get cramps no matter what, so there's that.
I'm having one right now.
Right?
I was managing a KOA campground years ago, and I'm on the microphone and doing the announcements of what's happening that evening. And instead of saying camper crafts, and I'm at the window, inside the thing, so you can see everybody out there and everybody at the pool, I said camper cramps, and you could see everybody holding their belly laughing. Coming up tonight, camper cramps. Yeah, that's right. We're making hot dogs. So, let's see. Don't sit so close to TV. You'll go blind.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. That's true, Scott. That happens. I was blind once. No, I wasn't.
No. Actually, I saw a story the other day that said, watching screens actually strengthens your eyes, unless you do it too much.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Huh. The dog went to live on a big farm. Ouch.
That is a rough one. That is a rough one.
That one, I grew up in North Dakota, and brother-in-law was a farmer, and I remember the dog bit me right after dinner, and he just grabs the dog and drags him outside, and the next thing you heard was the gunshot. There was, and at that point, I think I was 8. My nephews were 5. Everybody knew what happened. So
wow.
I think the dog went to live on a big farm is a better story.
It is, definitely.
All right. Last one. A watermelon will grow in your stomach if you swallow the seeds. I was always told to come out my ears.
Come out your ears? But only if you eat dirt afterwards, Scott.
Okay.
And the right nutrients. Take your vitamins, eat your dirt, eat your seeds, and you can grow your own watermelons right inside you. That's where babies come from.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember did that rattle any in your brain that your parents told you horrible lies?
Well, there was the finger in your brain. For some reason, most of the ones my mom told me involved boogers and my brain. If you're getting the sniffles, my mom would say, don't sniff it in. You got to blow your nose. It'll go straight up to your brain, and you'll get boogers in your brain. And
wow,
that one, I'm not sure if that was just to get me to stop doing it, or if she actually believed that herself.
All right.
I don't think she did. I don't think she did.
All right. Here comes Chuck with Word Spy. Some new words. We might have done these before, but we probably got some different listeners today. So if we did, it's okay.
Okay. Well, these are all new to me, so there's that.
Good.
So this first one is this is new words that are made up that mean something, Scott.
Yes. This is from a new website that tracks new words. Yeah. Okay.
So this is persecution, spelled Percy. This is giving your name a child he will hate for the rest of his life. Sorry, Camper Cramp. Application. Ooh, I actually like this one. This is your fallback college. This is my application. And this is audition. That is for the cutest babies and puppies.
Oh.
It's an audition. Yep. And this is cadhesion, the emotional attachment that keeps some women from breaking up with the men who treat them badly.
Oh
man.
Oh, she's got a bad case of cadhesion. I get it.
Okay. Flabbercation. I love this one. That is the lie you tell for the weight on your driver's license.
Oh, yeah. They don't check it, so I always say shave off a few pounds, baby.
I'm just gonna fabricate on this one. I'm like, what, 185, 190? Yeah, sure, why not?
Fabricate. You made it sound different now.
Right? Fabricate.
Oops.
and the last one here is regurgitation.
Regurgitation.
Regurgitation. Yep. Isn't that actually a word? No, it's regurgitation. Regurgitation is the vending machine spits back your dollar bill. Oh, Scott. I was reading it wrong. I get it now. It's regurgitation.
It's even more frustrating than a vending machine is when it's the casino and it's the slot machine. And you're like, really? You won't take my money?
You love taking my money.
Yeah. All right, let's see what Chuck knows about health. These are true and false health questions. So true or false, Chuck? Vitamin C prevents the common cold.
I think I think there's somewhere in between. I think it does help your body fight off the colds, but I don't think vitamin C itself is a cure. No.
It is true. In a study, people who consume the amount of vitamin C in 2 glasses of orange juice every day cut their risk of colds by 2/3.
I'm going to have to add one of those to my daily regimen of pills, Scott.
You know, back in the 90s when echinacea was a big deal, I would do things like echinacea and golden sil, and I always seemed like I got sicker and sicker. Mm-hmm. I switched to trying super high doses of vitamin C when they came out and said, it can give you a little dysentery, but it's not going to hurt you even if you took 25,000 milligrams. I feel like I'm coming down with something. I'll hit myself with like 6,000 milligrams of vitamin C in a day. And continue if I don't feel better in the next day. And I have beat off countless colds with vitamin C. So I'm a big believer in that one.
You know, one reason I don't take as much as I should is it's always in those big, chalky, chewable tablets. I mean, some of them do taste like orange, but man, it's a lot of effort to get through those.
I think chewing that, though, is bigger than taking the horse pill of vitamin C.
Right. That's true.
Or, if you got a problem with it, just swallow those big discs, Chuck.
Yeah.
You can practice with quarters.
Take like 4 of them together.
Carrots are good for your eyes. True or false?
I'm going to go with true on this one because my mom told me it was true, and I believe her.
All right. So are sweet potatoes, pumpkins, cantaloupe, and apricots. All good for your eyes along with carrots. Basically, all orange fruits and veggies contain beta-carotene, which improves night vision. Mm-hmm. Wow. Although if you cover your eyes with carrots, not so much.
Nope. Take those carrots off.
Coffee stunts your growth. True or false, Chuck?
False.
It is false. Coffee consumption has no effect on height. Woohoo!
Good. I think they just tell that so you stop drinking your parents' coffee as a kid.
I think so.
Why do kids drink their parents' coffee, Scott? Because it's delicious. Plain and simple.
True or false, Chuck? If you're pregnant, you're eating for 2.
Yeah, that's true, right?
No, it's false. Over the course of pregnancy, a woman only needs an extra 70,000 calories spread out over 9,000 months. Or 9,000.
9,000 months?
9 months.
What are you, an
9,000 months. Sorry, ladies.
If you ask them, I bet you most of the time they feel like they've been pregnant for 9,000 months.
9,000 months.
Yeah.
Now, that's less than an extra 250 calories a day. Imagine that number changes as the baby gets bigger. But
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Or in the case when my wife was pregnant, I ate those extra calories because we would make her something and she wouldn't like it, and then I would eat it, and then I'd make her something else, and she wouldn't like that. And, I'm not going to let it go to waste. So what did I do? I ate it.
Yeah, my second wife put on, only 10 pounds. And, of course, that was gone when the baby was born, but I was stuck with an extra 30.
Yeah. Yeah, I gained more weight than she did during the pregnancy.
All right. Let's see. After eating, wait 30 minutes before you swim or you'll cramp up and drown. True or false?
That's false.
It's false. No scientific research that suggests having food in your stomach causes cramps, although Scott believes it. And jumping in for a swim is a great way to burn calories.
There you go. Burn off that food you just ate.
All right. Wrapping up this segment, Chuck is here with sneaky ways to win at everything. Shame on you, Chuck.
Oh, yeah. So you can go Hawaiian. when you're playing tennis, you wear really bright clothing, especially yellows and oranges. Your opponent won't be able to see the ball as well because it'll blend with your shirt.
Ooh, that's good.
That is pretty good. It's not necessarily cheating. It's just a little advantage, right?
I'm all in lime green. Who cares?
So the next one here, you can say so long. Next time you're sprinting to the finish line in a bike race, put your head down and softly hiss. It causes whoever you're riding to look down and check to see if their tire's going flat. But
wow.
Yeah. By the time he realizes it's not, you'll have a big jump on him. Wow.
That's dirty cool.
That
I like
is dirty. Check his breathing. If your golf foe is on a roll and you want to send this game into the rough, ask him about a particular detail of his swing. A good line is, so tell me, do you inhale or exhale during your backswing?
Oh, because now they're going to be concentrating on that. And, do I or don't? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that reminds me of.
TVs.
I know that reminds me. There was an episode of Doctor Who where where the Prime Minister was not doing things that were nice. So to ruin her career, he just whispered a single line in her ear. He said, "You look tired," and that was enough to ruin her career.
Really?
That's all she thought about was, oh my God, do I look tired? And it distracted her brain enough to where she stopped doing the things she was doing.
Nice.
Yeah. Of course, it was fiction, maybe, partially. So you can play the money machines in casinos. Stick to the slot machines that are closest to the cashier, change booths, or high traffic areas. That's where casinos purposely put the machines with higher payouts.
I never heard that one before.
Ooh, that's just good advice. That's not sneaky.
Oh.
That's sneaky of the casinos to do it.
Yeah.
It's really sneaky of the casinos to take that machine that I was actually winning on regularly and kind of figure it out the pattern to say, excuse me, sir, we need to maintain this machine. And then come back and never win again. Yep. That's
not saying that I've gambled before, but the 2 times I hit big jackpots, both at the machine right inside the door.
Oh.
Very first one.
Oh,
yep.
Okay. I always see somebody at those first machines when you walk in. I bet you other people know this already. Now everybody's going to be on the machines. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You can apply some jelly if you have a tendency to slice or hook. Try spreading some Vaseline on your club face. It makes the ball go straighter by cutting down on the side spin. The ball can come off the club faster with less friction and end up going farther.
What if you don't golf?
Right? Is that illegal? Like using grease or something on your glove while you're pitching a baseball? I don't know.
I think so. Cheaters.
Yeah. You can sabotage a snoop. If you're having friends over for dinner and one of them is particularly nosy, teach them a lesson. Load up the medicine cabinet beforehand with marbles.
Wow. You're like throwing them under the bus in front of everyone.
Everybody. Calling them out. I wouldn't be able to do that though because my medicine cabinet is right above the toilet and I really don't want to fish all those marbles out of my toilet.
Surprise! Surprise!
At least you thought about it beforehand.
Right?
Wow. I like that one, though. That would actually be hilarious.
It would be. It would be. I had a good one in my head when we started this, but it's gone now, Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this then and see if your brain fires back up.
Okay.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
And today on KCHW Chihuahua, it's Chuck.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
I remember what it is. I remember what it is now, Scott. I was wrestling in school in high school, middle school, high school. I don't remember. It was in a championship match, and I was losing. It was close, but I was a few points behind and getting close to the end of the match and getting desperate. The guy that I was wrestling against, I started tickling him and saying, "Gucci, Gucci, Gucci, goo."
You didn't.
I did. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And he actually started laughing, and I actually did tickle him, and he jerked, and I was able to roll him over and make a couple points in the last second and win the match. It worked.
Is that illegal in wrestling?
I don't think so. There's nothing specifically barring the tickling maneuver in wrestling. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the church store called, and they're running out of you.
I mean, it was a friend of mine. It was a guy that I knew from another school. So, he got a laugh out of it. He was upset about losing, but he was like, man, that was actually really smart. I did the same thing once in Little League. I was pitching, and my arm was completely jelly. I didn't have any more, and it was, last inning or whatever. And I just did this weird, silly wind-up dance thing. And the guy at bat was like, he had no idea what was happening. I don't even think the ball made it to the plate, but he swung anyway because he had no idea what was happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Do not play sports of any kind with Chuck Ritchie. That's what I just learned.
You'll be tickled and danced at.
All right. Fun and games. Here we go. It's trivia. First trivia question. November, December is said to be the busiest months for people in this profession. Hint, they make us look better.
Makeup artists.
No,
they make us look better. What months are the busiest?
November and December.
November and December. Is it photographers?
No, busiest. That's a good guess though, because the hint.
Yeah, all the Christmas pictures.
No.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they're choosing November and December because they have time off of work.
And they make us look better, huh?
Yeah.
And they're not makeup artists. They're not photographers. They are hairstylists. Well, that doesn't make sense because that's something they would do as a job year round.
This is something Kim Kardashian would do.
What? You just took me further from guessing. I don't know, Scott. Clothes? Something to do with clothing?
November and December are said to be the busiest months for people in this profession. Hint, they make us look better. And I'm telling you, people do it in November and December because they've got time off work.
Oh, so not haberdashery, which is a word I like to say.
No. All right. I was hoping that would help if I redid it. No, we're looking for plastic surgeons.
Oh, okay. Now all your clues really make sense, Scott. It's just
yeah. Butt lift.
Yep.
You don't want to have to go to work and sit in the chair. You're going to do it over Christmas holiday.
How could I not get that, especially after my fresh Brazilian butt lift? Man.
You'll never get this one. By the end of today, this will have occurred 101 times in the United States. The only benefit here is you can sue afterwards.
Medical malpractice.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
Wow.
All right. Let's see if you can know it all, Chuck. You're going to spy the lie. I'm going to give you 4 things today, and 2 of them are lies. You just have to pick one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There's a British beer called Old Fart.
I want that to be true so bad.
Yeah, right when you crack the top, that's when you can tell. A bee can detect the fragrance of a flower from over 2 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
In 1901, petroleum cost just 95 cents a barrel. 16% of American adults have at least one tattoo.
I'm going to go with
Which one's the one?
I'm going to go with the 16% of American adults have at least one tattoo. I think
all right, you're
higher.
right. You think it's higher?
I think it's higher.
32%.
Awesome. I knew it.
Wow, that's a lot.
That is a lot. That's a little higher than I was expecting it to be more like 20 or 25. But yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, no penalty here, but can you guess which one was the other lie? The bees, the beer, or petroleum?
Petroleum.
You're right. What do you think it was higher or lower in 1901 for a barrel of oil?
I think it was lower. I think it was lower, and there wasn't much demand for it.
That's right, 5 cents.
Wow.
I wish we could go back in time, come back with a semi-truck, and get rich.
Right? Man.
Maybe. All right, we're going to save the rest of that one. Let's see, more trivia questions. We love it in the U.S., but people of Finland consume more of this than any other country.
Cheese.
No. Something you drink.
Beer?
No.
No, is it apple juice?
No, something much more popular. You love it.
Coffee.
Coffee. No points for that one. I had to lead you there and force you to drink it.
I know. I don't love coffee, Scott. I live coffee.
Wow. Devoted totally all of his life.
Coffee is life.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the first car company to earn $1 billion in a year? It was 1955.
Was it Chrysler?
It was not. Looking for General Motors.
General Motors.
Since there's only a handful of them, I'm not letting you guess.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Bears live in dens. Badgers live in sets. What animal lives in a dray?
Oh, man. Badgers.
No. You're close, though. Dr. Dre. No. Squirrels.
Squirrels. Okay. Dr.
Squirrel.
Dre.
This one's going to be
Don't forget about Dre.
This one's going to be really tough because you were just a child.
Okay.
The year is 1977. No, excuse me. That's wrong. The year is 1997, and we're going to play Time Cop. You have to tell me which one of these events did not happen in 1997. Okay?
Okay.
Hong Kong returning to Chinese rule. Mm-hmm. Heaven's Gate cult members committing mass suicide. Sorry, that's really dark.
Yeah, it is.
Titanic appeared in movie theaters. And Paul Rubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, arrested in a Florida movie theater. Which one did not happen in 1997?
Paul Rubens, because that was earlier.
Good job. Look at that. You just won Time Cop. That's amazing.
I was legally an adult in 1997.
Oh.
I mean, not mentally, but legally.
Let me find you a different one.
I don't know if I'm still emotionally an adult yet. I don't know if that's hit. When does that hit, Scott? When does that happen? When are you going to find out?
I don't know. Not answering that. All right, another Spy the Lie, Chuck. 1 gallon of water mixed with an ounce of soy sauce makes good lawn fertilizer. Turtles pass gas. Actor Michael Caine's real name is Maurice Micklewhite. Which one's the lie?
I'm going to say the soy sauce is a lie.
And you would be right. That was a little too obvious, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can't put... It's like pure salt. You don't want to put any salt of any kind on anything you're trying to grow. Hence the term salty earth. Yeah.
Let's see. Around the world, roughly 90 people die this way each year, and it happens in the bathroom.
Oh, I'm going to go with... You're already laughing. I think I'm going to get this one right. I'm going to go with a brain hemorrhage from pushing too hard.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
Uh-huh.
I'm wrong?
You're wrong. That's what that means, Chuck.
Do they choke on their toothbrush?
No.
No. Am I close on either of those?
No.
They fall.
No.
No?
No.
They take a forbidden toaster bath.
I'm going to say women are more likely to have this happen to them.
Do they poke themselves in the eye while they're putting on makeup?
That probably wouldn't kill you.
No, you're right. That's more of a oopsie.
Unless you went all the way in.
Right.
It's just coming up in odd news.
What else could make people die in the bathroom?
Think about the water.
They drown.
No, I'm looking for electrocution by hairdryer.
Oh, by hairdryer. So I was pretty close with the toaster in the bathtub.
Yeah, but I've never seen anybody make toast in a bathtub. Just saying.
Yeah. And if your electrical system is working properly, you might get a split-second jolt.
And they got those new safety things.
Yeah. Very unlikely for that to happen. Don't try it.
All right. I'm going to give you 3 things, Chuck. You're going to tell me what's in common with those 3 things.
Okay.
Shaving, whipped, puff.
Cream.
Rash, second, potato.
Rash, second, potato. Baked.
If this will help you, I'll say we have a second one.
We have a
rash. We have a second one. Potato.
Okay. Twice baked? No.
Skin.
Oh, yes.
Skin rash. Yeah. Second skin. Potato skin.
Yep.
Stick, French, and wonder.
Bread.
Sounds like something to do.
Right? I wonder if I have some bread.
Dark hobby hair.
Dark hobby hair. Horse.
Horse.
Yep.
That was a tough one. You must have a really big brain, Chuck. All right, we're gonna wrap this up with answer wrong and win. The goal, the I don't know, the push here is you always want to give a correct answer. I don't want any correct answers, Chuck. So be creative. Name something a couple might fight for in a divorce.
I'm gonna go with the toaster again here, Scott. Especially if if it's a nice toaster.
Especially if it's a bathtub toaster and you're getting divorced. No, you can have it. You keep the bathtub toaster. Name a president whose face is on Mount Rushmore.
Well, I'm going to go with our very own KCHW president, Diane Evans. I like that.
Name something you would put on a barn. No, excuse me. A burn.
A burn. Jeez.
Hey, that could work. All right. Name something a man would give a woman before their first date.
Oh, this one. I'm going to go with it. A baby. Technically, wouldn't that count as the first date?
Before. Okay. All right.
Does it have to be official to be a date?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What's on the wheels of a tank that gives it such good traction?
I'm going to go with the hamster wheel. The hamster on that wheel. Yep.
Hamsters?
Yep.
I love hamsters.
The same thing that runs my brain.
All right. When we come back, you want to be tuned in because Chuck goes all the way through the weekend for local birthdays. That's right. You're going to find out who's having a birthday this weekend, where you could possibly get some food with a cheap dollar store present.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, we'll cover what's at the theaters this weekend and wrap it all up with today's odd news. But you got to stay right here on KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio.
Once again, I'm on. I'm Francis. We just want to pop you up. All right.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Who's your daddy? Come on, you know who your daddy is. Who's your daddy? Tell him who his daddy is.
I'm your daddy.
It's 8:16.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewilaFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewilaFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service NOAA Newscast, April the 19th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Across the U.S., most political boundaries tied to the 2020 census have been in place for a while, but a national project on map fairness for indigenous populations continues to fight for changes.
When states did their redistricting a few years ago, the Native American Rights Fund launched its Fair Districting in Indian County effort. It provides resources and legal representation to tribal communities worried about newly drawn districts that could suppress their voting power. NARF staff attorney Michael Carter says there's been a lot of activity.
Just from this redistricting cycle alone, tribes have stepped up and decided that what these state and county governments are doing is not right.
He points to several cases with various levels of success, including 2 high-profile ones from North Dakota. I'm Mike Moen.
A group of Republican attorneys general contends that private groups and individuals do not have a right to file lawsuits under Section 2, but Carter says there's a separate provision used in North Dakota that does provide that opportunity. And all 12 jurors, plus an alternate, were selected this week to serve on the jury in former President Donald Trump's trial in New York. After they made it clear to both sides, they could render a fair and impartial verdict. That from NBC News. They report a lawyer, a banker, a speech therapist are among the 12 jury members seated. Meantime, CNN reports Judge Mershon said the court will resume Friday morning. Jury selection expected to continue until the remaining alternates are seated. The judge also said he's aiming to hold a Sandoval hearing where he can be asked if previous bad acts can be brought up by the prosecution for the trial. And with Alzheimer's cases on the rise in states like Connecticut, experts say people should consider early health care planning.
A new report shows around 77,000 of Connecticut's 65 and older residents were diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2020. This is below other estimates, but Jessica Empeño with Compassion and Choices says understanding a person's care wishes is a good first step. She adds it's not just about the big things, but the little ones too.
Being able to wake up and look out the window and have my coffee in my favorite mug every morning is what's important to me, right? It can start with those little things that help people understand who you are and what you hope for in your final phase of life.
Compassion and Choices Dementia Values and Priorities tool is online. It helps people document their healthcare wishes before developing dementia or an illness affecting their decision-making abilities. Empeño thinks people should update their plans every 5 to 10 years rather than creating them just once. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
A common mistake in healthcare planning is completing an advance directive but not telling anyone about it. This is Public News Service. A new Gallup and Lumina Foundation poll unveils a concerning reality that Hoosiers may lack clarity about the true costs of their higher education.
The survey reveals that merely 23% of U.S. adults without college degrees could estimate the annual net cost of a bachelor's degree from a public college within $5,000 of the actual expense. The repercussions of the financial fog are overwhelming for students like Gabriela Espinoza, a 27-year-old nursing student at IUPUI in Indianapolis. She says looming debt from school cast a shadow over her future.
I'm trying to figure out what my debt is going to look like and how long that's going to take me to pay off. I'm luckily in a position right now where I live at home with mom and she's been helping me out. Eventually I'd like to think about moving on my own.
75% of those polled believe a bachelor's degree is extremely or very valuable. However, cost is a major deterrent for many who wish to get a degree. I'm Joe Ullery, Public News Service.
And an annual march for farm workers' rights is being held Sunday in Northwest Washington. More now from our Eric Tiganoff.
This year, marchers are focusing on the conditions for local tulip and daffodil workers. Alfredo Juarez with the farm workers' rights organization Community to Community Development says tulip and daffodil harvesters are raising concerns about pay, pesticide use near where they're working, and the need for clean restrooms. He says the march coincides with the Skagit Valley Tulip Festival.
During the
tourist season, when you show up here, you see all the beautiful flowers with different colors, design, but the work that goes into making all that happen is done by the workers, and that's people that you don't really see. You just see the flowers.
The Skagit Valley Tulip Festival is the largest tulip festival in the country and draws 1 million visitors annually.
Finally, from Roz Brown, balancing the needs of the many with those who have traditionally reaped benefits from public lands, is behind a new rule issued Thursday by the Bureau of Land Management.
250,000 acres of public lands, including 13 million in New Mexico, now fall under the Public Lands Rule. The BLM is charged with managing multiple uses, but has historically prioritized extraction, such as oil and gas drilling, along with cattle grazing, over conservation and outdoor recreation. The New Mexico Wildlife Federation's Jesse Dubell believes the new rule is more fair-minded.
I really feel like this new rule doesn't minimize those other things. Those other uses are still going to be allowed to continue, but now decisions are going to be made with conservation in the forefront. And of course, conservation, by definition, is the wise use of our natural resources.
I'm Roz Brown.
This is Mike Clifford, and thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. You can hear us on great radio stations, your favorite podcast platform, and you can always find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Northern Lights Public Radio is 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Deer Park, Colville.
Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. This is part 2. We got some stuff coming up, but first, I got a challenge for our people that are watching online right now, really quick.
Okay.
You can see on the screen I have the Cheweelah's Got Talent poster. I need to see if this works. I want you, if you're watching on a computer screen or even on your phone and you have another screen, another phone available, I want you to zoom into that Cheweelah's Got Talent poster and see if you can click on that QR code and see what happens.
Through the video?
Yeah. See if you can do it on the computer screen, and see if that takes you to the link to buy a ticket for the show on May 11th.
All right, I'm testing it right now.
Okay. Just a challenge.
No, it just takes it back to us
for the show on May 11th.
But you might be able to zoom in on it with your phone.
Yeah. Or even better yet, or not better yet, you can also go to the KCHW website, kchw.org, cheweelasgottalent.com, and you can find it there. There's even a link you can click. If that's not working for you, you can go there and find a ticket, or you can find the application to sign in to be a contestant for this weekend's round 1 of Cheweelah's Got Talent auditions.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, it could be a little confusing. We've got so many websites, but the way you said it, it sounded like it was an extension, but it's just kchw.org,
right?
And the links are right there.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we throw out northernlightspublicradio.com. That's for people that like to type long URLs.
Yeah, it's the same website.
It's the same website. It's just for people that like to type longer things. So northernlightspublicradio.com or kchw.org, or our special website we did just for the show, cheweelasgottalent.com.
And that was just because it was late at night one night and we needed something for the next morning, and it was free through MailChimp.
And Scott's really, if you put in a request to update the website, Scott's really slow.
No.
Yes.
Well, it was before Winterfest. It was like 2 a.m. and we're like, oh, we need to get some stuff going on for people to get signed up. So there's
a new little trick on the website too. If you're listening to a current song that's on the radio, you can go to kchw.org, and right below our player on the homepage, it'll tell you what the current song is. It doesn't update. So you would have to refresh it. I'm working on a tool for that, so it stays refreshed. On our listen page, where we have like the feed where you could watch us on video on the morning show, and it also has a player there. We've got a feed there that has the last 5 songs. So when you hear something like, "Oh, I wonder what that is," you might call the radio station and somebody doesn't answer. Sometimes we have messages. What was the song at 3:30? You can actually log on to kchw.org and check out that current song that's playing, or maybe the one that played 2 ago, and figure out what that title is.
Very cool. And I looked at it last night, and this is probably getting too far into the weeds on this. We have our playlist that plays, and that collects that data straight from that playlist, but it also recognizes songs that are not in the play when we play a syndicated show. We don't get those song lists. We don't get. It actually recognizes the songs that are playing. It listens and recognizes them and got them right in the player.
Like the shows like Old Man Mike does, where they're digging deep into albums or stuff that Doug McQuain would play. I mean, he can get into some really old blues. It might be a public domain, so it's not showing up, or you can't find it normally or know what the song is. That the system recognizes a lot of that obscure stuff. It's pretty impressive and great for Dr. Jazz as well. So.
Yeah, very cool. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, I just have, before we get into birthdays, if you have a second, I have a special announcement I have to play.
Oh yeah, do it.
Yes, man's worst fear. Fire. Those wimpy little smoke alarms and fire buzzers won't do the trick when you're fast asleep. That's why you need the Gary Morse smoke alarm. That's right. No one sleeps through this. The Gary Morris smoke alarm. Only $19.95 at stores and fanfares near you.
Wait for it.
Fire.
All right. It will even notice a Gary Morris song.
Oh.
From the website. Yeah, it'll even pick him up. All right. Maybe not that one.
I would like that. We have one of our dogs in particular. If a fire alarm goes off in the house, she's in the bathroom for a week hiding. And I'm not, when I say a week, I'm not exaggerating. The alarm goes off, anything that makes the beep noise freaks her out. You literally can't say the word beep in the room with the dog. And
Put me on speakerphone.
And I'm not even joking about it. You can't. She will tuck her tail between her legs and run and cower at the mere mention of the word beep. Yeah. Doesn't like it.
All right. You ready with local celebrity birthdays?
These are local celebrity birthdays. Here we go. So today we have Alex Belltown and Jake Willard with birthdays. Tomorrow we have Becca Bennett and Colby Dollar. Then on Sunday we have Finn Ross, Ashley Manis, Riley Van Doren. Then Jim and Brenda Gregerson and John and Sherry Hansen have anniversaries.
Wow.
There you go. Let's do Monday too. So Monday we have Donna LaRue, Rowan Hadlock, and Sally Bean with birthdays. There you go.
Wow. Bunch of local celebrities. There you go. If you see them around town, point and laugh, tell them we talked about them on the radio.
I gotta say Sally Bean. Everybody knows and loves Sally Bean. You can't just say Sally. You have to say Sally Bean.
Sally Bean. All right. Let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays. Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was what I think made him the most famous. Tim Curry turning 78. Ashley Judd, 56. James Franco, 46. Reality star Joanna Gaines, 46. Kate Hudson, 45. Hayden Christensen from the Star Wars films, 43. Ali Wong, Birds of Prey, 42. Former tennis star Maria Sharapova, 37. And Simu Liu from Barbie and Kim's Convenience is turning 35.
When you see these and you're like, wow, they're way older than I thought they were, and they're the same age as you.
Let's see. For Saturday, Tony Grammy winner Patti Lupone is 75. Tony Danza from Taxi and Who's the Boss, 73. Andy McDowell, 66. Let's see. James McAvoy is 45. Former Cowboys quarterback and NFL color analyst Tony Romo is 44. Robbie Amell from The Flash, 36. And Thomas Doherty from Descendants is 29. Wrapping it up here with celebrity birthdays. No, that was the last. I missed the other one. So we're just keep moving ahead with Chuck. And special events.
Yeah, so today it is Bicycle Day Humorous Day, Hanging Out Day, Chicken Parmesan Day, Garlic Day. Ooh, you could have garlic chicken parmesan. Stress Awareness Day, Oklahoma City bombing commemoration day, Rice Ball Day. There you go.
Crazy.
I had my screen where I didn't realize Rice Ball was the last one, and I said it as if there were more to come, but that was it. Unless we want to do some over the weekend. Let's do some over the weekend.
Yeah, special events for Saturday.
Yeah. So Saturday is 420. Happy 420, everybody. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Chinese Language Day.
Here, I can sum it up.
Okay.
I can just, one word will cover 420 Day. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Dude.
It's a day to celebrate. It's Chinese Language Day, Husband Appreciation Day, Lima Bean Respect Day, respect the Lima Bean, Cheddar Fries Day, Record Store Day, World Circus Day, Cold Brew Day. And Sunday, we have Bulldogs Are Beautiful Day. Of course they are. Big Word
No,
Day.
they're not.
Yeah, they
It's
are.
the cutest creature.
They're so cute. Actually, they're genetically, through the breeding, horrible stuff has happened to those poor dogs. Big Word Day, Go Fly a Kite Day, Chickpea Day, Keep Off the Grass Day, Kindergarten Day, Chocolate Covered Cashews Day. Ooh, one of my favorites. And Thank You for Libraries Day. Thank you, libraries.
You know, a bulldog is one of those dogs you don't want to pet because you know your hand's just going to be sopping wet.
Yeah. Well, you know, they bred the same thing with pugs. They've bred them aesthetically to have those short noses for, you know, so many years, so many generations, that they actually have breathing problems and a lot of health problems with the dogs because of the breeding standards. So kind of sad, really. Also, Scott, for Sunday, go fly a kite.
Yay!
Yeah. I never understood how that was an insult. Tell someone go fly a kite. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I will. That sounds lovely.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. I got one in my storage. Yeah.
Ooh, number of the day, Chuck, is 5. And that is the percentage of Americans who attend religious services weekly. Just 5%. I'm surprised. According to geodata from smartphones is where they got that. And this is significantly lower number than the 22% who claim they go. I was busy.
God sees you. He sees you telling these lies. Yeah.
Let's do the rundown on movie weekends. We've got a new horror movie coming out. This one is a thriller that follows a young woman who inherits a terrifying mansion and begins to unravel its dark secrets. It's called Abigail.
Ooh.
The name is kind of spooky.
And the next one, for when you talked about this earlier, I just thought you were talking about Congress. It's The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. This is in theaters now, starring Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson, based on true events. It follows a covert British unit during World War II that used unconventional tactics to take down the Nazis.
Sasquatch Sunset, some bad reviews came out of this last week. Reportedly, people walking out of the theater. Action, adventure, and comedy collide in this film starring Jesse Eisenberg and Riley Keough. It captures the daily life of the Sasquatch. No speaking in this, and they say a lot of bathroom humor.
Yeah. Some of the stories I've seen coming out of this about people walking out of the theater and the reasons they're walking out of the theater, it kind of makes me want to go see it.
That kind of stuff don't bother me.
What's going on here? I'm going to check this out. Yeah. Hard Miles. This is streaming. A prison social worker assembles a cycling team of teen-age convicts and takes them on a transformative 1,000-mile ride. This is inspired by the life of Greg Townsend and the Ridgeview Academy cycling team. There you go. There you go.
That sounds like a nice one. Well, just after a couple weeks of streaming, Amazon Prime's video adaptation of the popular video game franchise Fallout premiered at number 1 on the streaming top 10. The show has attracted 1.5 million households within the first 5 days of its release and has already been scheduled for a season 2, I heard, as well.
Have you watched it? Have you been watching it?
I have watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, us too. We've watched, I think, the first 2, and so far so good. I like it. So M. Night
Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan's new movie. I can never get that right. I just call him M. Night for short because we're tight like that.
His friends do too. They just call him Knight. He gets confused.
Yeah. Anyway, that guy's upcoming movie Trap is set to hit theaters August 9th, and the trailer was released on Thursday. The film follows a father and a daughter who attend a pop concert only to realize they're at the center of a dark and sinister event. Ooh.
All right. This one got me excited. Original model of the USS Enterprise spaceship from the opening credits of the original Star Trek series have been found after disappearing in the 1970s. Model was authenticated by Heritage Auctions and returned to Eugene Roddenberry, the son of the show's creator, Gene Roddenberry. The model was located in a storage unit after being borrowed for the first Star Trek movie, the one called Star Trek: The Motion Picture. If sold, it's estimated the model would fetch over $1 million at auction. Roddenberry plans to restore it and eventually display it at a museum for the public to see.
That is really cool.
It is really cool. I was excited because I have one. I think I put it together when I was 10. I tried to get it off a shelf during the break, but I would have had to get out the ladder, and ladders scare me, so I skipped it.
Star Trek, the motion picture. Merchandising. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Just 10 seconds of the Star Trek theme, or we'll have to pay royalties.
There you go. I saw, gosh, I wanted to play it so bad. During our break, I actually watched a video. It was an AI video, but it was what if Star Wars had been made in the 50s? And it had all the bad costumes and bad, Darth Vader, you could see his eyes through the mask, It was amazing.
But, fun.
Yeah.
All right. Zack Snyder says he considered Leonardo DiCaprio for the role of Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, but ultimately cast Jesse Eisenberg. That'd be a different role for Leonardo DiCaprio.
But there's nothing more intimidating and scary than Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
He's not very intimidating.
So let's head to this end of this road on Friday. Let people get off to their workday and on to the weekend. And let's do it with a little odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, Chuck, it's time for the news attack. First part's true, second part bad joke. And can I please do the second part for this one?
Yes, you can. Do you want me to do the first part, Scott?
Yes, please.
All right, we'll tag team this one. I love this. Tom Brady says he's open to a comeback in the NFL, Scott. Did you hear this?
Breaking news, Tampa Bay Buccaneers forced to build retirement home addition onto their stadium for Tom Brady. And here he comes onto the field in his walker. Yes, it's Tom Brady.
He's one of those guys, I love to hate him, but man, talk about somebody that backs up the talk. So, I mean, yeah. He's done it.
I think he's been hit in the head too many times, just saying.
I think they pretty much all have. I think that's just part of the job.
Oh, you have the next one too, since I stole yours.
Okay. So police officers in Kenya closed their police post in order to go watch a soccer match on TV. While they're watching the match, thieves broke into the police station and stole weapons and ammunition. That's not good sportsmanship. Time out. Time out. Wow.
Want to live a long time? Scientists say the keys are having lots of friends, a healthy diet, and an active lifestyle. I asked my 102-year-old neighbor how he's been able to live so long, and he said, because I haven't died.
I love there's an interview with an old lady. It's gone kind of viral over the last few years. I think she turned 102, and they keep asking her questions, and she's like, I'm tired. Go away. I don't want to answer your questions.
Interview with the lady, and she's in the home.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm just tired. I don't know.
I felt so sorry for the newscaster. It was like interviewing. It's the same thing happens when you interview little kids. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And the TV station's all set up at this retirement home. They're going to interview this lady that's turning like 116, and that's all what Chuck said. That's all she could do. I'm tired.
Go away. Why are you talking to me? It's kind of like when I go try to get sponsors for the radio station.
I just like to fall in the mud and get kicked in the head by an iron boot. Of course you don't. No one does. That never happens. Sorry, Ted. It's a dumb question. Skip that.
That kind of what it's like, Chuck?
Pretty much.
Okay. Sorry.
I literally, the best one was I walked into a business. I'm not going to say where. The guy was looking down at some paperwork on his desk. Never looked up once from the paperwork. I introduced myself, said why I was there. He just said, without looking up, without batting an eye, I don't care. And I said, okay, you have a great day, sir. Thank you. I turned around and walked out.
Gotta go. You're up next, Chuck.
Oh, okay. So Americans spend an average of 18 full days in their car every year, and somehow many of us are still not good at driving.
A lot of us.
Right.
If you haven't heard, Americans spend an average of 18 full days in their car every year. And let's be real, half the time is spent sitting in drive-thrus.
Pretty much, yeah. This study found that wearing a fitness tracker may keep you from losing as much weight as you might normally lose. That's because once you reach your daily step quota, you just tend to stop and sleep wherever you are.
Woohoo! I made it. 10 steps.
Well, you got to start your goals somewhere. You got to start somewhere.
A study found that a chemical in tomatoes can boost the quality of sperm. I'm only eating these 3 large pizzas because my wife and I are trying to start a family.
It's just for the family.
Yeah.
This study shows that people who volunteer live longer. That's exactly why every day I volunteer to be the first guy out of the office.
Whoop, whoop. Catch me if you can. All right. Wacky but true. We don't add anything to these stories, but television or a movie sound effect. German sought by authorities for alleged fraud was arrested in Austria. How, you might ask? After dropping into a police station to ask officers whether he was under investigation.
Wow.
His first question.
So, do I still have to go to jail?
Yep.
At least he was trying to be honest about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So red light cameras are an easy and efficient way to catch drivers who think a yellow light means to speed up. And just because you're in law enforcement doesn't mean you get to ignore the signals. In Ottawa, Ontario, it's been reported that in the first 3 months of 2024, officers in the city received 12 red light camera tickets and 75 speeding tickets from radar cameras. There were 112 driving-related complaints involving officers, up from 78 in the same period last year.
Wow. All right. So I'm going to be glad I'm not living in Chihuahua right now because I'm going to play this sound effect.
So many cops think they're giving away donuts.
I happen to be Buford T. Justice, a distinguished officer of over 30 years seniority.
Oh, so you do it to me because I live here. No.
And who was Buford T. Justice? This is a test.
Oh, he was from Smokey and the Bandit.
Good job.
Of course I know Smokey and the Bandit.
All right. Wasn't sure. Malaysian surgeons treating a man for an eye infection said they were surprised to find part of a chopstick embedded in his face. The result of an assault 5 years earlier. Wow. Doctors found the section. How would you not know you took a chopstick in your head?
Oh, yeah, I remember that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. Doctors found the section of the wooden chopstick lodged in tissue between his eyes during exploratory surgery to move an unknown foreign object.
Wow.
How did this get here? They said the man was lucky to be alive because the chopstick had been nudging up against his brain.
Holy cow.
Who?
I stabbed my brain.
Don't try and fight it. You get brain bubbles, strokes, aneurysms.
I haven't got a brain.
Well, what would you do with a brain if you had one?
Not much.
Scratch it because it itches.
Be on the KCHW morning show.
For free.
Right. This isn't part of my salary. Peter Owens was charged with felony battery after allegedly assaulting the manager of a Walgreens store in Clearwater Beach, Florida. The incident started after Owens and an employee got into a verbal altercation, and the manager intervened. According to Owens' statement to the police, the manager was being rude to him, but he didn't mean to hit her in the face with his Bible. It's unclear.
The power of Christ compels you.
It's unclear whether he always carries a Bible or just had it with him that Easter Sunday. He was arrested and charged, then released on bond the next day. The day after that, he was arrested again after allegedly stealing a pair of shoes and a bag of Cheez-Its from a Walmart. No Bible-related altercations there, though.
All right, following this guy around live. Cheddar Wizard!
We hit her that hard? No, it looks like another one of those weird bites.
Uh-oh, somebody's got a frowny face.
Ooh. Your face is still red. You might want to hit it again with your hammer.
Wow.
Why does everyone always tell me that?
All right. Last story is police responding to an early morning report of shots fired in downtown Nashville. They arrested a 26-year-old man after witness said they'd seen the man waving a firearm around and shooting off 2 rounds in different directions. Officers promptly arrested him. Man told police he fired 8 rounds into the air to celebrate his recent divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Let's play house. You be the door and I'll shut you.
Loved! You never loved anybody but yourself.
You are acting like a baby.
I'm not a baby, I'm a man.
You are not a man. You are a big fat joke.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. That's what kind of man I am. You're just a woman with a small brain. With a brain a third the size of us. It's science.
Just get one of those inflatable women. But make sure it's a woman, though. Because one time I...
Hold on. And lucky for you, that wraps up today's show. Chuck, what's on the radio tonight?
Tonight, we have the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark from 6 to 8 p.m. 8 to 10 p.m., we are trapped in the psychedelic era with The Hermit. Then we're going to stick around with The Hermit for Days of Confusion from 10 to 11 p.m. And don't forget, I think we mentioned it earlier, Chihuila's Got Talent. First round of auditions are this week.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
A couple other things that I saw in here. Auditions for a Midsummer Night's Dream. Between 5 and 7 tomorrow night. And this is going to be, you were talking about this, that's going to be Shakespeare in the Park.
It is. It's going to be Shakespeare in the Park. We had the young lady that is in charge of that. Her name is Railhead Randall. She's starting the whole Shakespeare in the Park thing. That they're going to be doing here in town now. This is going to be Shakespeare. It's going to be Midsummer Night's Dream. Instead of set in Athens, Greece, it's going to be set in Athens, Georgia. So in modern day times. So it's going to be Shakespeare with a Southern accent. And she actually came on and she did an example of some of the lines in the play with a Southern accent. And it was masterful. It was beautiful. And it was really shocking how well Shakespeare goes with a Southern accent.
All right, so I'm trying to get this to open online, and it won't. Do you remember where those tryouts are being held?
I will. Yeah, let me go open it up here really quickly.
I'll keep moving on, and then maybe when it opens, you can come up and let us know. If you're interested in this, just hang on for a minute. We'll get it up for you. Gold Hill Trail Work Party tomorrow, 9 to 4 on the new trail, and they'd like your hands, and you can get them dirty. And then auditions begin tomorrow, as Chuck was saying, for Chihuila's Got Talent at 10 a.m. Chuck, are you going to be live streaming any of that through the website on the Twitch channel or something?
Not for the auditions, no, but the main show is going to be live on all of our streaming things. We actually have a professional camera crew that is going to be here filming live and streaming.
Thank you, Kat Brooks.
Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, it's Kat Brooks and John Urosco. And
I still can't get that to open.
Nope,
Did you?
That is not opening for me either. I had an actual poster on my desk. I think it's out by the front door on the glass case.
You do? Well, I'll do weather if you want to run and go get it.
Yeah, let me see if I do have that really quick. I'll be right back.
All right, so we're going to send Chuck off to the front of the building, see if he can find this, because tryouts are happening tomorrow, and we want to give you as much notice as possible, or not ask you to turn back in later. Don't forget weather for today, 58 and sunny. It's going to be beautiful, down to 32 tonight with clear skies. Going through the weekend, Saturday, 64 and 39, mostly sunny. They've just upgraded the forecast for Sunday. I had told you earlier this morning it was partly cloudy. They've upgraded Sunday now to mostly sunny as well, 59 and 33. Going to keep that sunshine for Monday, all the way up to 64, 38 for an overnight low. Looking at next week, partly cloudy Tuesday, 69. Wednesday, 66 and mostly cloudy. 64 and mostly cloudy for Thursday. Friday, 62 with a 40% chance of rain. And next weekend right now, looking cloudy with temperatures in the low 60s. But you got a great start to this week, and hopefully, it just popped up, so we don't even need Chuck.
As usual.
It's just a slow loader.
That's the story of my life.
All right. These tryouts are happening at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
And that is April 24th, the 25th, and 26th.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm seeing 3:15 to 5 on the 24th for youth. On the 25th, 5 to 7 for adults. On the 26th, 5 to 7 for all. So you've got a few chances. If you want to take a look at that poster we were trying to pull up, it is available on the calendar at the Chihuahua Chamber website, and we'll get you in to that play. That is going to be so fun. So y'all get down to the park and try out for Shakespeare.
Ooh, that's pretty good, Scott. It's also in the Chihuahua. I wasn't able to find the flyer, but I found it in the Chihuahua Independent. So there's that.
Oh. Yeah. Very nice.
And don't forget, this weekend, tryouts for Chihuahua's Got Talent, round 1 of auditions. If you have that sign-up form and you haven't gotten it back to me yet, go ahead and just come on in with it tomorrow. And there's plenty of spaces open the earlier in the day. If you're going to be doing that, come a little bit later in the day, afternoon, when it's a little bit slower, because a lot of people want to get done early in the day. Most of those first 2-hour slots are pretty full up. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to download it online and fill it out and bring it in, or one of those people who have contacted us by email and not gotten that sign-up form back to us, go ahead and bring that sometime afternoon tomorrow, and we'll get you in.
Or maybe you live out in the woods and you don't have internet. You can just show up, and you'll let them fill out one right there off the spot, won't you?
Exactly. We'll get some printed out, and for those of you that are on the fence about it, I know we keep pushing this deadline out for the signups, and I really don't want to stop anybody from participating. So, if you do come in and you want to sign up on the spot, we'll let you come in.
All right.
So there you go.
That is taking place, and this is an important thing to know, because the show, when it happens on May 11th, is going to be at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. But tryouts are at the KCHW studios, which is 214 East Clay. That's the address of the building. We are in the alley, kind of kitty corner, from the back door of Sporty's. If you don't know where the radio station is, there's a tower on the corner of the building. Real easy to spot as well. Now, Chuck, are you going to, for people that are showing up, are you routing them through the front of the building in the hallway, or are you letting them come right into the radio station?
Well, my plan was to route them through the front of the hallway, and then I realized, it dawned on me late last night, I don't have a key for that front door, and it's going to be Saturday.
Okay, well, you have to show up at the radio station.
So we might just have to go ahead and do it right here at the station, unless I wrangle up a key today. But
the key rings I left you, there was a key for those doors.
I've tried it. I've tried all of those, and I can't manage to find it. Maybe I'll try again.
All right. Other than that, we want you to have a great weekend. Yeah. Stay safe. If you don't have anything else, we're going to just tell you to keep on listening to KCHW 102.7. It's Northern Lights Public Radio. Be there tomorrow.
Yes.
And take advantage and show off your stuff for Chihuahua's Got Talent.
I can't wait. I'm excited to see what people bring. There you go. All right.
Here we go. Everybody. Hold on. Real quick, and then you can fire off the theme music.
All right, people, let's do this thing. Go Team Dynamite! I thought we agreed we'd go by the name of Team Super Cool. As I recall, it was Team Awesome.
I voted for Team Alpha Wolf Squadron.
All right. From henceforth, we ought to be known as Team Alpha Super Awesome Cool Dynamite Wolf Squadron.
Thanks for listening today.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. Chihuahua's Got Talent auditions.
Oh.
little maniac like to do first?
What you cooking, man?
Beer.
Noodles.